Hello, Principles of Global Marketing students. This is Karen Murphy with Pearson, and I'm with you today to share with you a little bit of information about your materials for MAR 2011. You may have noticed if you went to the bookstore that there is a package of materials that's available for this course. It's very unique, and so do please listen to this all the way through. There are three items that you'll be needing for this course. The first thing that you'll need is a textbook. Inside the bookstore bundle, there is a print textbook. You do also have the option of purchasing an e-text if you prefer. You'll be receiving an access code inside your packet for something called Pearson Writer, which I'm going to share a little bit of information with you about shortly. The third thing that you need is a student access card for Course Connect. It's important to note that Course Connect is not the same thing as My Marketing Lab. Many of you may have used Pearson resources in other courses, most specifically My Labs. There is not a My Lab for this course. Course Connect is a unique item that is available and customized just for Daytona State. So it's important to note that these are the three and the only three things that you need for this course. So once you've gone to the bookstore and you've purchased your package, you are going to go online to your D2L course, which I've pulled up here, and notice that inside our content browser, we have an orientation to access code and interactive lessons. When you open here, there is a note to start here. If you're curious what kind of requirements you need on your computer system to run Course Connect, this information can be found above in the technical requirements. What is different about Course Connect versus a Pearson MyLab is this content actually lives directly within your D2L management system. So you are not accessing this content from any other third-party site. You're not going to Pearson MyLab to log in. All of your work is done directly from one location. The first time you come here, you're going to click Start Here, and this will take you to a registration page. In the future, as you're clicking through various items within your D2L course, if you're using a new computer, and depending upon the security requirements within your browser settings, you may be asked to log in again. If that's the case, just go ahead and use your username and password. But the first time that you come in to register, you're going to register as a student. You're going to accept the license agreement. I'm sure you're going to read every word of it. And on the next page, we ask you, do you have a Pearson account? Note, if you have used any Pearson products, including MyLabs, you do have a Pearson account. And if you are not sure what that login information is, because perhaps it was a previous semester, you can click here, not sure if you have an account, put in your email address, and we will email you all of the usernames and passwords that are affiliated with your account. It is in your best interest to have just one Pearson account, because that means if you ever need to contact technical support or have us look up your information, it's much easier if there's just one of you in the system rather than 20 of you. And so you would say no if you don't have a Pearson account, and we're going to have you set up a login and password at that time, or go ahead and click yes, enter that login and password that you know, and inside your Course Connect card, that's the one that looks like this, you have an access code. It's a unique access code to you. You're going to enter that information, click next, and you'll now be registered inside your course. It's important to note that you only have to go through this Start Here process one time. After that, you don't need to start here again. This is only for the very first time that you register. What now happens once I have completed that registration is as I move through the content within my Principles of Global Marketing course, and I get to things like interactive lessons and presentations, and of course I would, the first time I come in, put my login and password in, that will give me permission to get into those materials. Okay, so you only have to go to the Start Here once. It doesn't load anything specifically here. You've done it correctly. You just then want to go back to your actual course itself and move about the course as you normally would. Okay, if you have any questions, please do feel free to reach out to your instructor and she can forward any specific questions to me. So let's talk about the other item that's available within your materials. We have a Pearson Writer card that is available within your package. This is not tied into your D2L course, and it is essentially a standalone resource. It's not what you're going to use to submit assignments, but it is something that will help you more than you know with your writing assignments. So the way that we're going to access this, this is a longer URL, but if you go to www.pearson, if I can spell right, writer.com, that will take us to this website. And just like with Course Connect, the first time you come in, you're going to register. So get started, click here. If by any chance you did not purchase the access in the bookstore, you do have the opportunity to purchase an access card here or access to Pearson Writer. It is available in a 4-month or a 12-month subscription. And that 12-month subscription, I believe, is $21.99. Okay, so if you do have an access code because you've gone to the bookstore and you have this little handy dandy green card, you're going to go ahead and click yes, I have an access code, and go through very much the same registration process that you did with Course Connect. Okay, because I already have access, I'm going to go ahead and log in because I want you to be able to see what is available within Pearson Writer. One of the most valuable resources that's available here is actually on the right-hand side. Have you ever had a paper that you felt like you've looked at and you've proofread as much as you possibly can and you really need another set of eyes on it? This writing review is an opportunity for you to run a piece of your writing through our computer system. And I would just remind you, it is a computer system, it's not a person. So you may find that particularly with things like lists, it doesn't really acknowledge that there might be an appropriate time when you don't have a complete sentence, but you actually have an opportunity to take another document and you can cut and paste that document here within the body and check it, and it will tell you how you've rated in these various areas. But in addition to that, it'll also populate for you and correct for you spelling errors, make suggestions for you, let you know if there's a run-on sentence. This is a fantastic resource for you to use, particularly if you're working on your homework late at night. Maybe you've missed that appointment in the writing center, or you've had it and now you need one last check just to make sure that your paper is right. This again is not how you turn in a paper. This is really a resource that's built for you to help really reinforce your writing skills as you're working through the business school. Also, we have a Find a Source. Find a Source is one stop shop for academic journals. So if you're asked to do a research paper, let's see, on sea turtles, this is going to pull up any academic papers that have to do with sea turtles, so that instead of searching the Google, which may or may not pull up academic articles, these are all articles that an instructor would consider appropriate for an academic setting. Okay. We also have Cite a Source. Cite a Source, as you're working through some of the existing sources, you have an opportunity to add those to projects. But if you use our mobile app for Pearson Writer, and you can go to the iTunes store, or the Android store, and type in Pearson Writer. We even have a barcode scanner, so that if you're citing sources from multiple books, you have the opportunity to scan those books in and create a bibliography. So you can choose an existing project and essentially create your bibliography right here directly online. Okay, and again, you can tie those to your ongoing projects. Lastly, we have a writer's guide. So Pearson, not surprisingly, has a lot of grammar resources that are available on the humanities side, but these are valuable resources for us regardless of which discipline we happen to be writing for. And so you can find extra writing help here specific to your discipline, or even grammar help. So if you're finding that you're having an issue with comma splices, you can go through the grammar help and read a little bit of information about that particular issue that you might be having. And we have, again, a variety of resources available for you to source. So that's a little overview of Pearson Writer. Again, this is a standalone product. You would go to pearsonwriter.com to log in and use this. And by the way, the access code that's been bundled with your marketing package is actually a 12-month license. So you will have this license beyond the duration of your course. Good luck in the new term, and we hope you have a great one.